Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Webbing myself to what Comic Book Cast once said, well, basically said in October 29th, is the reveal of exactly what happened, the scenario, excuse me, of how Amy Pascal threw a sandwich at Kevin Feige. So, here exactly everything, including Spider-Man 3, is a freaking sabotage film. This is how it played out. Just to make sure a recap, Spider-Man 3 was a sabotage film. They messed with the film so Sam Raimi couldn't actually do Spider-Man 4 or continue on. They wanted to have Spider-Man as their own. They have full control of Spider-Man and no one can stop him. So with that said, as soon as you had Kevin Feige come over and said, hey guys, you failed with Spider-Man. How about you guys just let us have him in the MCU? You don't have to worry about it. You can see why she was resentful, because they did a lot of stuff to get freaking Sam Raimi out to be disgraced, and made sure that Spider-Man 4, no, you can't do Spider-Man 4. You got to do it quick to even ruin him even further. But thank goodness he didn't do it. It's like, just notice what happened when it came to Amazing Spider-Man. You wanted the movie to happen quick, huh? And then Amazing Spider-Man happened with Matt Webb, or Mark Webb, anyways. It's like with him, and then you needed reshoots and stuff, and you guys are like, oh, it's okay, you could take your time. It's like, wait a minute, what? So you can see exactly how messed up this is, to where it's like, you see, they really wanted Sam Raimi out. They wanted to have someone that can puppet. They wanted the director and the writers to be puppeted by them so they can actually boast about how they made Spider-Man. They're doing Spider-Man. They wrote that in the movie. That was their idea. You see, just gloating, having reasons to gloat. So for Kevin Feige to show up before they even got Amazing Spider-Man to be done and to tell them that, hey, you guys failed, give them to us. You see why she got resentful. She got very upset. She even cried, and then she threw a sandwich. It's mostly because they did that crap to Spider-Man 3 to get it. And then for this messed up moment where it's like they did all this crap. They wrecked freaking Spider-Man just to get everything, the control of it. And now here he is, someone who's going to take the control from him just when they got it. Of course she went messed up and threw a sandwich at him. Of course she did. That is why. Because they worked so hard to wreck Spider-Man 3. I don't even know if they really wanted to wreck it, but they wrecked it. They definitely wrecked it. Let's put Venom in it. It's like, yeah, you wrecked it. You meddled in it. You wrecked it. And that's messed up. And they did it just because. It's like, just like what Alvin Sargent said. They wanted just 2 movies. After the second movie, they were like, oh yeah, let's reboot this movie. Let's reboot this franchise. It's because it's like, oh wow, that's what we can do? Okay, well the next movie and next franchise is going to be all us, and we can gloat about it because we're the ones who's making the decisions now. But of course, they knew that they had one issue. Sam Raimi did a great job. And there's no way that they can actually get Sam Raimi to quit. Not unless they actually set into motion to destroy the movie. The good news is that with them, it's like, you will say, but how in the world you can destroy the movie if you're going to wreck your money? Because you're not going to get money. It's like, of course, it's Spider-Man. They know they're going to get money out of it, even when they wrecked it, even when they sabotaged it. So that's why they did it. And as you can see here, they have it started. They have everything. And you're telling Amy Pascal to end what they started and they finally got. You're telling her to cancel everything. So it's like they're back to square one or nothing at all. Where it's like you're going to be back in the back seats again or nothing at all. And it's like, yeah, you can see why all those emotions came out of Amy Pascal, because they worked so hard to wreck that movie and to pressure Sam Raimi out. and made sure that Tobey Maguire, hell no. So they can actually have their own Spider-Man franchise that they can gloat about and have 100% control of. So you can see why she did that. You can see why. And everyone else most likely would have done the same thing too. They would have argued with them just like she did. But, well, we saw what happened there is that they had 100% control, and the first movie was pretty bad. And the second movie was decent, but they got so messed up and so wrapped up of being like, oh my gosh, look what the MCU is doing. We gotta go against them. We gotta go against them. What do we have? Sinister Six. Throw it in there. And it's like, that's their problem. They had full control, and instead of actually being patient, allowing things to grow, they did it as fast as possible. Sorry, you're not DC Universe, you're not WB, but even though WB even had issues in their own right. But here you are destroying Amazing Spider-Man 2, something that you were supposed to gloat about, and you wrecked it to the point of where so many people were like, Spider-Man to MCU. It's pretty funny where it's like in the end of it, it's like, yeah, they tried their hardest to be like, yeah, but we want the Oscorp Tower in Spider-Man, in the freaking, we wanted it in Avengers, and it's like, it wasn't ready yet. It's like, yeah, he was going to try to compromise and maybe work with them to at least allow Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield, to be a part of the MCU. But of course, the design for Oscorp was not ready yet. Looks like wish granted now. It's like, yes, looks like it was granted. They did get to have the building in it after all these years. I guess good for you, but still though, I don't know really what to say. I mean, I would have liked to have had Tobey Maguire in the MCU. That makes perfect sense. He was the first hero. That would be cool. And then he would basically, in the end, die. And then Miles Morales will be rolled in. And then Sony can do whatever they want with Spider-Man, Peter Parker. Do whatever you want. You want to reboot him? Go right ahead. He's just not going to be a part of the MCU anymore. And now you can do whatever you want. Everything you want. Go right ahead. While people will most likely be watching Miles Morales Spider-Man and not your Peter Parker Spider-Man, that most likely would really hurt them. That would really hurt them very badly, though. As for Andrew Garfield, I don't know. That was a mess. That was a horrible, horrible mess they got there. It was really horrible. But at least we can just say that now, since things are kind of okay, we're good. We're good here. It's still kind of messed up that with Amy Pascal, though. She was supposed to already have left Sony. She should have already went to Universal. I guess a little credit due to allowing Universal to allow She-Hulk to be made. But still, it was said she went to Universal, but yet she's still in Sony. I don't understand that part. Anyways, I'm moving out. What do you guys think about this? Peace.